Welcome back to me today, guys. It's time for another manhwa webtoon review. Welcome once again, guys. It's going to be on the fourth volume of The World After the Fall. I've been reviewing this one for a while now. Thanks to Easy Press, who's been sending me copies for me to review for you guys through Yen Press. So if you guys have not checked them out, please do check them out. They're a great company. They have quite a bit of stuff releasing, and this line, specifically the Easy Press one, which the logo looks like that, they release a bunch of webtoons and manhwa, typically Korean, that do well. Now, I have been asked before, and I'll explain a little bit right now how they do from webtoon to this. And personally, I prefer flipping a page than scrolling through a webtoon. Action scenes are the ones that sometimes do worse in this style, and I think that's kind of like the typical consensus of most people. I will say, for the most part, I want to say 95% of the time, the story flows really well, flipping it. So they do a good job in turning it into an actual physical copy, which obviously you wouldn't be able to have a huge scroll because that would be ridiculous. Anyways, guys, before anything else, if you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can follow me on social media and other places. In fact, I'm reviewing stuff that you can buy on TikTok. This is actually one of those things. This mic right here that I've upgraded my computer on. It's a great mic to use on the go. There's a video there you can watch and buy the mic on. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, or just manga and light novel showcase videos, then that's the best place to see them as well. Okay, let's talk about this fourth volume. Now, I will say there's 3 volume reviews already out on this series, so if you haven't seen those and you haven't heard of the series, those are probably the better ones to start off with to get more of what's going on. But this fourth volume, it felt like a filler volume almost. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff, and I will talk about it, but it started at its peak, and then it just kind of went down to just preparing to their journey. So we follow the story of Jangwon, which is the guy here in the cover, and he is left off in volume 3 fighting with the Sovereign Catastrophe, which we do see in the beginning of the volume, and it is quite a bit of an action scene. It's pretty cool. He himself is able to still defeat it, and right before the Castle Lord dies, he gives our protagonist Jonwan the title of the next Gorgon Castle Lord, which again, the Sky Clan or group were the ones that were trying to take this away from the current leader. So now Jonwan is basically the sovereign, the new Gorgon Castle Lord. So that kind of starts off the actual volume. To be honest, I would have wanted the conclusion of the fight in volume 3. It just seems like they make you wait for the conclusion of the fight, but the fight is not even a huge part to the actual volume. The actual volume is him being the Lord, and basically him trying to get rid of the title. And he starts challenging people, and he puts the challenge that they have a month for them to challenge him as a fighter, and if they're able to beat him, then they can take the title of being the next Castle Lord. Now, on the other hand, if they lose, then they have to sign up for the expedition that he wants to do into the abyss. So we start learning more about the city in the volume, and that's kind of what this volume is more about, is about just how the world from the dead works. And essentially there's these 10 clans that rule around the entire thing, and their numbers are basically the smaller numbers indicates that they are stronger, while the higher numbers indicate that they are weaker. So some of these leaders from the get-go, the lightning one, the water one, the fire one, they challenge him and they lose, and then he uses them to get information about the world. And basically there's other attributes out there, and the sky group is essentially the one that is betraying everyone, and they've destroyed, I think, 2 or 3 clans, including the thunder one. The thunder guy was like the one of the only ones left from his clan, so they're definitely planning something. Like they both have the same idea of uniting everyone, but the sky group has this idea of basically we're gonna kill everyone off, or anyone that's a threat, and basically that's how they're gonna survive this world, which obviously is not the best choice. Well, Gen 1 really wants the best fighter, so he does at the end of the volume is that he sets up a tournament, and in this tournament people are to just basically fight it out, and he fights as well. He ends up in the semifinals as well and starts fighting these guys. The volume ends with him fighting this specific lord, and he's the one that he's the clan of the knowledge, something like that, like the book or something like that. But he's very good with strategies, and they have a fight of strategies, which he still ends up beating him, and that's how the volume ends. Essentially, he is gathering forces, strong forces, none the least, for him to go into the abyss. Now, volume 5. Do I have volume 5? I don't think I have volume 5 yet. But whenever volume 5 does release, I'm going to assume that it's going to continue more of the idea of, or more of the story of them fighting the Sky Clan before they go to the Abyss. I feel like the journey to the Abyss might be the end of the story, or closer to the end of the story, and it doesn't seem like they're quite there yet. So I feel like this journey to the Abyss will be a few more volumes from now. So for now, good story. Out of 10, this is an 8 out of 10 for sure. It's a pretty good story. It flows pretty easily, and it's an easy read. Although it is thick, it's an easy read. It is full color, which is, it's amazing that we are there now where we get full color. Obviously, that takes a lot of effort and work, and the fact that this writer has done a good job is just amazing. I know this series has been out for a few years already, and maybe some of you guys have already read it or read past where I'm at, but for now, 8 out of 10. I think the story flows well. It's a little difficult to keep up with the story, I will say that. So you just have to be careful that you don't miss a thing here and there. So it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing, and I will see you guys next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.